Awesome. Everything looks good. So take a look at gold, guys. We've been ripping. It's at 4,840, guys. We're going to hit 5K in no time. And I'm not looking for any shorts, all right, guys? We are not looking for any shorts. We're looking for longs that we can hold. Obviously, we're approaching like super psychological levels. 5,000, guys. That's insane. That's insane to think about. So I'm looking forward to that. I started with 10 bucks and I'm working my way up slowly. Got 23 already. Dang, Troy, let's go. Let's go. You guys hearing this, bro? Bro got 23 bucks in his live account. Bro's killing it. We got a whole lot of people. Thank you guys for joining today. My name's Marky. I trade gold during Asia session and we absolutely kill it every single day. Today, I'm looking for longs. As usual, it's gold. And this community that you guys are in is legacy funded futures. So I'm going to be trading with the legacy funded account that I am $2,000 away from passing. Okay. So it looks like we have a little bit of a login issue. All right, I'm going to end my screen and go find the password on the dashboard real quick. I always have these issues, guys. Let me know what you guys all ate today. I had some tacos. I went to visit my fiance for work and we had some street tacos. They were super delicious. It's Taco Tuesday, guys. Come on. Don't blame me for having some tacos. All right, here's the account. It's active. Credentials. Password. And okay, I'm in now. There you go. I'm not sure what that was about, but I'm in the account now. Boom. All right, everybody. Let's see what everybody ate today. Are you a hedge fund insider? Yeah, Henry is. Henry definitely is. Chocolate chip cookies and milk right now. Ooh, I want some Crunchwrap Supreme. Gold is ripping. All right, Bluebirds. All right, buddy. All right, don't even look in the general chat. This guy's outrageous comments. Chicken and potatoes with broccoli. Tacos too. Let's go. Latina be eating tacos. Go figure. All right, guys. We got some new fair value gaps forming. Here I got the 5-minute time frame on the right, and it's about to be 7:05. So we're taking out this previous high, which is now all-time highs, and we might potentially pull back. I'm looking for a new gap so we could retest. Here we tapped into this previous one. This was probably one of our best areas to go long. So let's see if we get anything lower time frame. Like I said, we just took out a high. We're inside of the first few minutes of that 4-hour candle. So I'm going to be expecting at least a bigger wick, guys. Take a look at this 4-hour candle. It's a puny little wick. So I'm thinking that we might pull all the way back down, create a little bit of a bigger wick, and then continue on higher. So I'm not looking for sells, but I'm going to look for it to pull back a little bit. I was looking for the immediate rebalance early New York session right here. Beautiful trade from there as well. Let's see if we pull back into any gaps. It's going to be a little more difficult to trade because obviously we're just pretty much expanding off of the most recent fair value gaps that form. We tapped in right here. All-time highs is not an easy time to trade. Tacos, Iberia, and Carnitas. Let's go. Floating 317 on gold buys on a 25K funded. Let's go, Frankster. You cooking? Chicken? Nice, brother. You sharing? Sorry, got it. Yeah, I am live. What's up, everybody? How you guys all doing? Did you guys trade New York session today? What up, Sam? Welcome to the stream. In that buy on a demo. We about to be in on a real account, guys. This is low-key the same exact trade that I just took during Asia Open. But like I said, the 4-hour candle created a very, very tiny wick before it started expanding. So I'm just going to look for it to pull slightly lower than this low right here, which is pretty much all these gaps. I think once it digs into this 5-minute gap, that's when I'm going to go long. And it's perfectly running in there. Oh yeah, chat. We're going to literally just wait for it to run down, make a bigger wick on that 4-hour candle, and then expand back up. gonna see if I could change this daily candle on the right to a 4-hour. Boom, perfect. Okay, guys, look what I just did. This right here is a 4-hour candle. Let's see if I can label it for you guys. Tables? No. Alright, I guess it won't be labeled, but you guys can see. That's the wick of the 4-hour candle. Once it comes down below this 4-hour candle, it creates a little bit of a bigger wick and taps into this 5-minute gap. That's when I'm going to be looking for longs. And don't be deceived, guys. We're still in the first 7 minutes of this 4-hour candle. There's always manipulation, and I'm looking for some manipulation to create a bigger wick. If not, we're probably going to expand higher, and we can catch another trade. We can catch another trade off of a new for value that forms. Did we have gold on Legacy? Yes, it's called GC. GC. So let me show you. On Legacy, you search up MGC for the micros or GC for minis. Gold futures. I'm always trading on micros. I trade with about 10. And let's just be patient here. We're not looking for any sells, but we're waiting for it to come back down into this area, which would just be absolutely beautiful. That would be an A+ setup right there. You guys all having a good day? I'm finishing up some YouTube videos, and I got a banger YouTube video out today on IFEGs. So if you guys want to go watch that YouTube video, go to Trades by Marky on YouTube, and I got this video on IFEGs. Tons of animations. Lots of explanation on what IFEGs are and what you need to trade them. There you go. Looks like we're finally getting a little bit of a reversal from this all-time high. I know we can dig a little lower. Come on. Notice how we're respecting all this. All these candles are respecting this fair value gap. That's typically what we use for an entry for longs. And the only reason I'm not bullish right now is because higher time frame, I would just prefer to see a bigger wick. That's it. I would just prefer to see a little bit of a bigger wick on this 4-hour candle. 2 accounts blown, 1 up, 2K. I'm good. Let's go, brother. You can just pay for another one. 127 people live today. Let's go, everybody. I'd love to see you guys all in here. Great video, bro. You watched it. Let's go. Your monthly IMR setup in Euro USD is rocking. Seriously, bro? So we're ripping up because dollar pulled back down so hard. Let's split the screen and go check out Euro USD. I told everybody once the dollar was starting to pull back, Euro USD on the monthly time frame would rip. Yup. There it is. It took a little while for it to run back up because it dug a lot deeper than I had anticipated. But take a look at that. That's beautiful. One of the guys that trades gates with me, like ran up his account to like 7,000 or something from like, I think it was like 2,000. So that was a huge move for him as well. All right, come on. Now we just wait. We just wait. Even though it's respecting this, I don't really want to hop in at the highs. I really don't. What happened to the trading dojo? Do you remember that? Bro's been here for a while. You remember Chris too? Tune in for 7 a.m. Chris goes live at 7 a.m. New York session. How much are you up this month? To be honest, I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I just made 2K at 5 o'clock today. ICT dojo. Yeah, I know. We cooked, bro. We cooked on the education. We full send now. We full port our accounts. We ain't in yet? No, we're not in yet. Yo, Devin, you are cooking. You are a unit. Is that already on the funded? What does he trade in the session? I trade gold. GC or XAU USD. Boom. That's what I trade. We're looking for more longs. Taking notes. Let's go, Amun. We killed it. We killed it earlier. We got such a beautiful entry. It's ripping so hard. Move your SL safe, yo. Yeah, literally, bro. Literally. You're already up in so much profit. Move that break even. So we just ran an all-time highs. I'm looking for it to pull back down into this 5-minute gap before continuing higher. I want to see a bigger wick on the 4-hour candle. So I'm going to be patient today, chat. We got so much candles respecting this 1 minute for value up though, so it did give a nice little move. Let's see if we go on these lows, take him out and head for that 5-minute. But the worst thing that you guys can possibly do would be probably to sell, because the dollar is pulling back down off of this monthly inverse fair value gap. If you guys even use the monthly chart, there's a very significant confluence on the monthly time frame and is pulling back down from this area. So that's why Euro USD flew up. That's why gold's been flying up like crazy, because the dollar is turning around and it's melting. Last night I had a 150 point run. Whoever held, yes sir. I also ended up making like 5K. Let me share my entire screen. I had a 5K trade from Sunday on the live account. This trade right here. Or, oh yeah, 120. I don't know why that processes as today, but I placed this trade on Sunday. Absolutely ripped up. Been killing it. All right, there you go. We're turning back around. I want to see us run through this bullish gap and run all the way down into this one just to create a bigger wick on this 4-hour candle. So right here on the left chart, this is the daily time frame candle. On the right hand side, this is the 4-hour time frame. So this 4-hour time frame, it has a very tiny wick, and right below that wick is a 5-minute gap. So I want to see the market come down, fill this gap, and then see price come back up with a bigger wick on the 4-hour candle. So we're going to be patient and we're going to wait for this to fill this gap and show us that it's stopping there. Because remember, this right here, that's what I like to call a falling knife, guys. Let me go pull up an image of a knife. Knife cartoon. You go grab a knife. Let's find a nice looking knife. I guess this one works right here. Copy image. Okay, I need to make this a little more aesthetic for you guys. Copy image. Can I flip it though? Oh, I can't flip it. All right, no knife is gonna be falling like that. Oh, I guess we'll have to use this one. Copy image. Boom. So that's what I like to call a falling knife. You don't catch a falling knife as it's falling, right? This is a falling knife. You don't try to catch it midair as it's falling. You wait for it to stop, and then once it hits the floor, that's when you pick it back up. So right now, while market is running down and creating big wicks right now, we are not going to be trying to catch that. We're not trying to catch that right now. So don't even try to get in just yet. Look at that absolute fall of the century, guys. So be careful. We're not going to catch that. Bro's a perfectionist. Filled gap, yes, but be patient, guys. We're not ready for a setup yet because it has not hit the floor yet. Fat short, for real. Straight from all-time highs. Ran down into this gap. All right, we just took out a previous low. If we close inside of this gap right here, or even pull back all the way up into this one, I'm looking for longs, okay, chat? Because that is beautiful. We just took out previous low. Looks like we're going to come back into it. I'm ready for longs, guys. If this, as soon as it taps back into this gap right now, I'm going in longs. Because this candle is probably going to turn around and turn into a bullish candle. Let's see. There you go. All right, low key chat, I'm entering. I'm entering right here. 10 micros, putting the stop loss below the low. Sell stop, boom. Okay, that's probably like a 400 risk trade right there. And the reason why I'm entering this trade below the gap is because we're anticipating it to pull back up into this gap, right? Because we did take out this low, we tapped into this previous gap, and I want to see it come back up and turn into a bullish candle inside of this fair value gap above. That's the same one that we were looking for. So I just want to see it turn back into a bullish candle up here. If it does take out the lows, that's going to be an unfortunate start to the day. But let's see. Because it looked like it was pulling back up right there. There you go. Come on. We hit the floor. Now we want to see this turn back around into a bullish candle. Come on. There you go. Keep running up. Keep running up. Nice. All right, so we're back inside of this fair value gap. So notice how the previous candle did not close below it. So this is a valid fair value gap still. It pretty much just created a big wick, but it did not disrespect it. So now, guys, I'm targeting these highs. I want to see it rip straight through this thing. As long as this candle also stays above, closes as a nice bullish candle, then this position's looking very good. Nice. That gave me a little bit of a scare, but we're looking good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Notice how the 4-hour candle now has a big wick below it. That's all we were looking for. Were we not looking for it to create a bigger wick? Now this 4-hour candle has a wick. Now we want to see it run back up to all-time highs. Back where it came from, chat. That was a buy. That was indeed a buy. Praise be to God. Let's go. 1,300 for the day. Let's go kill it, bro. Do you do one-on-ones? Send me a message. Why not? Smart man. Thank you, bro. Dippy dipped that liquidity. Yes, sir. We were being patient. Now it's running. It's running. Let's go. Beautiful trade. Already up 400. I'm going to go break even right there. And now I'm going to start trimming some partials. So you guys know I love my partials. I love my partials. So I'm going to take off about 4 micros. Once it hits up to like 500 and I could secure 250 for the day. Come on, survive here. I don't want to see it run back below. Right when I went break even too, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Okay. This candle looks like it's closing below this this gap, so let's pay attention to how it closes here. If it closes below, I'm not looking for a re-entry, but if it stays up above this, I'm going to go in for a re-entry here. Let's go. All right, we got 15 seconds left until this candle closes. Let's see how this closes. Thanks for the nice knife pick. Was having a hard time visualizing. You're so funny. What do you mean the dollar churning around and melting? So if you learn about, so notice that we closed below this gap. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer for this trade. I still think it's going to go up because now we have the wick on the 4-hour candle. But I just don't like how this closed below this gap. So I'm going to wait for it to break higher again. I want to see it break the highs and then I'm going to look for another re-entry. So don't even worry about it if we are, if you're not in this trade. If you got break even just like I did, don't even worry about it. We're looking for another entry, but I want to see it break back above this fair value gap that it closed below. And somebody asked, what do you mean the dollar is turning around? So if you guys understand what IFEGs are, if you don't understand, go watch this video that I made today, okay? First of all, because it's a wonderful video. I have a lot of animations going through explaining it. Pretty much, guys, if fair value gap forms between 3 candles, right? And if that fair value gap forms and then the market comes back below the fair value gap, that fair value gap turns into an inverse fair value gap. My brother literally just texted me, rip my funded, I'm down $800. Damn. You're actually dumb for risking that much. And the trade that we placed isn't even going in the wrong direction. Like I said, we're just waiting for it to rip back up. So the only reason that you could have lost $800 on this trade, low bro, is because you risked way too much. Like there's no point for you to risk that much on this move. Please DM me the video link. Bet, bro. Bet. There you go. We're breaking back above towards buy side. I want to see us close above either this gap or even this gap that's outlined right here. So as soon as we break up above these highs, I'm looking for another entry because otherwise it's staying below this 5-minute FEG. Risk management's a big factor. Seriously. Is Funding Pips a good prop firm? Well, if you're trading Forex, then yeah, but we got legacy funded futures. You get payouts every 5 winning days. There you go. We're breaking back above. Don't even worry about not being able to enter down here. We're going to get a beautiful entry. Stop loss is probably going to go below one of the lows here. And then we're going to ride it to all-time highs again because this is a 4-hour candle. It was just going to take a little while for it to create a wick. That was the main thing that we were looking for. Honestly, guys, might enter just with a less risk now. I'm still looking for it to break up above these highs. But I'm entering and I'm entering with half the size that I placed previously, placing the stop loss under the same low, just with half the risk, still looking for longs towards all-time highs. Because remember, that 4-hour candle does have a wick now, so we're looking for that long still. $111,000. Let's go, Devin. Were you shorting or what? Mark, please send me your YouTube link. I got you, brother. Sent it over. Waiting for some bullish volume first. That's bad for me. You only trade futures? No, I trade Forex as well, but I just prefer the futures prop firms. We're still in this trade. Stop loss is below the low. That was a big turnaround, and we never broke out the high. So I got in pretty early right there. That was not the best decision. We might potentially have not swept the low there on futures. So we can pull back still. I also wanted to show you guys one thing when it comes to executions. You guys know how I always place a manual stop loss? Like I just entered a manual stop loss. There's this thing on Legacy where if you click this drop down menu right here and you go to trade bar, you can select like TP and SL. Like let's say for example, our TP is going to be 200 ticks and you want your stop loss to be 50 ticks. It'll automatically place the order that you're looking for. So see, it automatically places the stop loss right there. And the TP. So that's the TP and then the stop loss is the red. I think we have to do more than that, like 100. There you go. So see, that's the stop loss, that's the TP. And it'll automatically close. As soon as your stop loss or your TP gets hit, it'll automatically close. Okay. We can still survive this position right here. Just needed to pull back above without sweeping this low. Creating a little higher low. There you go. We got a new little gap right here. I want to see this gap flipped. 1 minute time frame. We want to see this close above this fair value gap, create another IFEG. Hopefully. I definitely should have been a lot more patient with the second entry. But like I said, I went in with 5 micros, so I'm not risking as much as I was on the first trade. Let's go. Come on. Four-hour candle is bearish now. We ended up disrespecting that 5 minute and staying below it as an IFEG. But we're just waiting for it to break back above because now we have a nice bearish 5 minute fair value gap right here. So this is going to be a nice magnet we can use as well. Once it gets back into this gap, we just watch. Does it close above this gap? Does it stay inside of it? Does it respect this gap? So we're still good. We're still inside of this position and just waiting for it to flip back above. Because it's obviously failing to take out the low here. Nice. Come on, keep pushing. Get back up into this fair value gap. Funny Pips is shutting down if my information is correct. Oh wow, that's crazy. Why? I think only their futures prop firm was hella sketch. This is still my 100k eval account. I made too much money on the other day. Oh, from consistency. Took profit, you entering again? I'm already in again, but yeah, I'm gonna enter a little bit more risk and adjust my stop loss once we break out towards buy side. I'm not too familiar with futures. Are they good prop firms for Forex now? Are there any good prop firms for Forex? Yeah, I agree with Henry. FTMO's been in the game for the longest. All right, we're tapping into this for value gap. I'm looking for it to break up above. So guys, even though I had a really good stop placement and I ended up surviving this trade, I was a little bit impatient because I had anticipated that we were going to break out right there. And I got a pretty bad position. Like, that was bad. If I had waited for it to close above the gap, like right now, if we do run up and close above this gap, I would have completely avoided this entire chop and the possibility of it taking me out right there. Now, I think I just got very fortunate that my stop loss was just slightly below the low and it didn't take me out right there. But like I said, you got to be patient. You got to wait for confirmation. If I had waited for this confirmation, I would have never been sitting through this little bearish leg right there. So we do need it to close above this gap. We need it to run up and close above this gap, because those sells looking pretty scary. But you guys can see now that analogy that I was using with the falling knife. Like, you can see now that the knife has dropped to the floor and now we can pick it back up. You know what I mean? You're not catching it as it's like ripping through. You're waiting for it to run back up and you're riding it on the way up. Okay, we're about to close above. Let's go. This trade is just going to take a little while because it's obviously trading the 4-hour candle. And we're looking for this 4-hour candle to turn back around into a bullish candle. Now, even though we didn't close above it, the next candle can potentially still rip up and close above. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for it to close above and change market structure. Let's go, guys. I have like 700, 800 more dollars. I deserve 2 funded accounts now. I know, right? You're pretty much just made some more money. Let it rip. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. I'm going to average out this position. And I'm low-key also going to move my stop up, because I'm going to add some more to this position once we close up above this gap in 20 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. All right, we're also going to get a new 30-minute candle. So low-key, there's probably going to be some volatility right now. So let's be patient. Let's be patient. Let's see if there's some big volatility that happens in just a second. Hopefully it taps back in, respects this IFEG nicely, and continues ripping back up. I'm waiting for this candle to close. I like that. I like that so far. It stopped right there. You know, it stopped. It pulled back a little bit. It was like, okay, I'm feeling this IFEG. I'm feeling it out. I like what I see right here. 26, 25. I went break even. I have a very bad entry, so obviously I'm not going to go break even, but I'm going to add to my position right now to make it a little bit better. 15, 14, 13. All right, in 10 seconds, once this candle closes, I'm adding some more position because that respected this IFEG pretty nicely. 4, 3, 2. All right, there you go. So I'm going to drop another. Where's my buy? Oh, I want to go to market. Execution. Let me add another. I'm going to add 7 micros to this trade. Boom. There you go. It brought the order down just a little bit. That shouldn't have been a limit, though. Trade stop. Oh, there you go. Now I have nothing selected. So if you do add risk to the position, you also have to adjust your stop. So now that I'm in with 12 micros, I want to make sure that my stop loss is also factored in for 12 micros. So there you go. Let's go up to 12. Boom. All right. Looks like we have respected this IFEG very nicely, and we're ripping back up towards buy side. This 4-hour candle is also about to flip. Hopefully we run into this 5-minute gap and run straight through it, close above, and continue going higher. Let's go, chat. Beautiful reaction off of that IFEG. We ended up surviving that position, which is so crazy. So crazy. I'm literally $20 on the day because we pretty much took a break even on the first trade, which ran pretty nicely. And now this is the second trade. There you go. Seeing some good numbers right there. Seeing some good numbers. I'm going to go for 500 today. 500 and I'm done. That's all I need. All right, I'm going break even right there. Boom. How much are we up? 300. A little bit more. Come on, another push. I'm going to take off some partials, low-key. Keep pushing. It's looking really nice, though. Another big bullish candle. Come on. Okay, we tapped into the 5-minute. We did tap into it. So notice how we tapped into this 5-minute gap. I want to see us close above it. I want to see us rip through it. I think we're going to do it right now. We're going to rip straight through this thing. And I'm going to just close the full 500. Come on, a little more. A little more. That's all I need from you, please. Please. Break the high one more time. Come on. And we're almost there. Yeah. I saw 499. I did not see 500 though. A little bit more. Come on. Oh, brother. This is how the market beat for real. Come on. Come on. We do not need to see no sell side from this 5-minute gap. We want to see it close above, run straight through that thing. All right. Well, we're inside of the 5-minute gap now. We're about to get a new 5-minute candle, actually. I'm going to close partials right here, and I'm going to just hold the rest. All right, because we're about to get a new 5-minute. Boom. I closed 4 micros out of that position, so let me adjust my stop to 8. Boom. 8. And stop has been adjusted. So I've already secured $120 on the day. I need to secure about $400 to get my $500 target. Bro, my goal is $100 on my live a day. Let's go, Sam. That's beautiful. That's all you need. Steak and lobsters. Let's go. Sitting on 33 bucks. Damn. I didn't know you were balling like that, Troy. Got 10 bucks, bro. Let's go. Close 450, floating 150. Let's go. All right, there you go. I'm done. Boom. And we secured $539 on the day. Let's go, chat. Spam some W's for me. Spam some W's for me. Let's go. I'm going to spam some W's in the chat myself. Boom. Let's go. I love that. I love that. 120 people in here right now. We got 120 people in here right now, and we just got another banger. I secured $500 on the day. That's all we've needing, putting the account at 4,590. This trade came from a 1-minute IFEG. I got a little bit of an early entry, and then we re-entered again off the IFEG. We absolutely ripped straight through this 5-minute gap. Exactly what I was looking for right there. You see that? That's all I needed for the day. Secured my 500, and I'm ready to go, chat. Let's go. We got tons of people winning right now. Can you re-explain the reason for the trade? Bro, bet, brother. Bet. So, who remembers why we were taking this trade initially? Somebody tell me. Because I want to know that you guys are actually paying attention. You guys aren't just signal botting off of me. Who remembers? Somebody let me know in the chat. FEG, that's good. But what time frame FEG? And why? Why the FEG? 3 bands. Let's go, stay slides. Stay sideways. The 4-hour. Exactly. What about the 4-hour candle? We needed a bigger bottom on the 4-hour. This guy was paying attention. Anthony, good stuff, brother. Needing a bigger wick. Exactly. The wick was tiny, and it's a new 4-hour candle. We were in the first few minutes, and it ran up. And I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. This is a fake out move. We came tumbling down. Now, why didn't we enter off of the first time that we tapped into that 5-minute gap? Somebody tell me that. Why didn't we enter off the first time we tapped into the 5-minute? What analogy did I use? We don't catch no falling knife. Exactly. Chat, you guys are learning. You guys are learning. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Anyways, my fiance wanted to talk to me. So I gotta end this stream and go talk to my fiance.